Welcome everybody. Today I'm here to present about the evolutionary process. How did the universe form? It is a question to all of us, isn't it? Some think it too much and some people just ignore it. Origin of Earth took place about 4.5 billion years ago. Since ancient time, since people started to ask questions, they asked how did the stars form and how did the earth form? People who thought about it too much believed many things, such as Big Bang Theory, the theory we believe now. But before that, let's go a little bit further in time. Yes, let's look at Nebula theory. This states that the solar system developed out of an interstellar cloud of dust and gas, called a nebula. The nebula flattened into a disk called protoplanetary disks, with a sun at the center. Inner planets began to form from the metallic and rocky substances. Larger outer planets began forming from fragments of ice and water and carbon dioxide, etc. This theory was proposed by Emanuel Swedenborg in 1734. Next, let's burst into the Big Bang theory, the theory which we believe in. What happened in Big Bang theory? This is the idea the universe began as just a single point and expanded and stretched to grow as large as it is right now. And it is still stretching. Let's go deeper. The tiny speck exploded and made matter and propelling it outward to make billions of galaxies of our vast universe. This Big Bang is called the Big Bang theory. Now let's come to the formation of Earth. The cloud of gas and dust slowly contracted under the mutual gravity. Earth formed when gravity pulled swirling gas to become the third planet from the Sun. When the Earth was formed, it was extremely hot. Then, gradually, it cooled down. At first, there were no elements in the atmosphere. There were only compounds. Now, since we saw about the origin of the Earth, let's move on to the origin of life. Our minds are complicated. We can't stop asking questions, right? People thought about the origin of life too. It is believed that about 3.5 billion years ago, life originated. Let's focus on the theories now. The theory of special creation. This states that organisms created by supernatural power, which is not at all scientifically proved, so scientists don't pay much attention to it. Next is spontaneous generation theory. It states that living organisms were originated from non-living organisms, like for example, rats were born from pieces of clothes, maggots were born from rotten meat, and weevils were born from decayed wood. If we ask why we don't believe in this now, because Louis Pasteur proved that it is wrong in 1862. Next is cosmozoic theory. This says that life came from meteors with living organisms or spacecrafts from somewhere else. In interesting words, we can say we were born from alien eggs. Theory of biochemical evolution. Well, now this is the theory that we believe in. Let's see what is this. This states that life originated by a chemical reaction of a soup called primordial soup. Let's see the recipe for this soup. Some gases which make life possible And energy for this is from lightning, volcanic eruption, and ultraviolet radiations. And that made the mixture of the soup. And when it rained, it dissolved in the water and collected in oceans. That made the soup finally the primordial soup. Due to a biochemical reaction, the first living cell, the pre-cell, appeared. It is anaerobic and heterotrophic. Holden and Irvine are the scientists who gave the idea about the biochemical evolution, and Stanley Miller proved it. The first life on Earth is a simple unicellular bacterium. Then later, unicellular algae were formed as the first phototrophic organism. Then an atmosphere with gaseous oxygen was formed. Then slowly the multicellular organisms were formed. Let's see the evolution of life. At last came the humans. Humans came about 12 million years ago. It was also very slow. It took so long for Homo sapiens to evolve. Modern human originated about 5 million years ago. Evolution. Gradual development occurred from simple organisms to modern complex organisms is called the evolution. There are various evidences to prove this, such as evidences from geographical animal distribution, the biogeography, the evidence from comparative anatomy, and the evidence from fossil study. Fossils. Preserved remains of an organism, a part of an organism, or traces of a dead organism is called a fossil. Examples for fossils: skeleton, teeth or shells of an animal, the exoskeletons preserved in trees, and the footprints, and many more. Living fossils. Let's put this into an easy language. For example, before we Homo sapiens evolved, there were stages of humans such as Homo erectus. But now, they do not exist. They are extinct. But some organisms were believed that they were extinct. But later, they were found. And also, they looked exactly the same since they were evolved. It's like the first edition of the book was never changed ever again. Examples for living fossils. Coelacanth is a fish which was believed it was extinct 70 million years ago, but it was found in South Africa in 1938. And Lingula was found in Trincomalee. And dragonfly, cockroach, lungfish, etc. are living fossils. With fossils, the complete evolution of some animals have been found. Such one animal is the horse. Importance of evolution in biodiversity. Only selected organisms will be lucky enough to face the challenges by surviving in some environment conditions. Animals who cannot live in those environments become extinct. Speciation is a new kind of plant or animal species created. Charles Darwin is known as the father of evolution. He worked so hard to create the natural selection theory, which is scientifically accepted. That's the end of the lesson. Thank you for watching.